Sculptra is polyl-lactic acid. It's been around for a very long time. It was used initially for volumization of patients with AIDS, facial atrophy, lipoatrophy. And they discovered that by injecting small particles of polyl-lactic acid in a little infusion of saline and local anesthetic will help increase the volume gradually. This then became noticed by the aesthetic world, and polyl-lactic acid or Sculptra is used for a very natural volumization of the face. It consists of tiny particles of polyl-lactic acid which are suspended in water, saline and a bit of lignocaine, and then injected via a cannula from several points on the face, like here to get all of this area, here to get this area, and then in the temples where there's temple hollowing as you get older, it's best done with a needle, but very deep so that it's safe. It takes a while to work, so immediately after the injections or the cannula facial sculpting with Sculptra, for 24 hours you get an idea of how the volume is going to be. Then all the carrier disappears, all the saline gets reabsorbed, and the little particles of polyl-lactic acid, they have to seed the area and biostimulate your own collagen to grow. So around about 8 weeks, you start to very gradually increase the volume in a very natural looking way. And because it's been injected with the saline, the water and the lignocaine, it's diffused very nicely and it looks incredibly natural. You can sometimes, when patients have had a hyaluronic acid gel, it's very obvious that they've had those two apple cheeks. But with Sculptra, it gives a lovely natural appearance. After you've had a couple of vials, you then come back and have another couple of vials. The amount you have depends on the amount of atrophy you have, or volume loss, and your age. The two go very much together. So for instance, a lady or man in his 50s may need 5 vials over 2 to 3 visits. Someone in their 40s may need 3 or 4 vials over possibly 2 visits. And then the volumization will be achieved by about 6 months and will continue for 2 to 3 years before needing to be repeated.